Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 7X Viewpoint. I am your host, AJ, and along with me on the panel, we have Cody Springer, Lucas the Menace, Aaron Von Erich, and Alex. All right, now the first topic we're going to talk about today is tough enough. And right now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, down to the final three. We got Luke, Jeremiah, and Andy. So, first off, who do you think is going to win? Second off, when it comes to who's going to win, do you think that person is deserving? Like, do you think that person is going to do something very, end up going somewhere in the WWE? You guys?
Uh, okay, I think the one who has the talent ability is Jeremiah because he's shown it all, the charisma and the wrestling. Luke, I think he's more consistent of just talking, like he's someone like The Miz, I would say, an entertainer, not really a wrestler. But don't get me wrong, though, judging by his look and everything like that, he does sort of look like he has a star power, but compared to the other guys who were on that show, I wouldn't say he would succeed if he were to win because they were all green, so he would probably be considered mediocre if he ever had to compete with the top guys. And that's Luke, though, not Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah is the one who's going to win because he's shown everything, And Andy, he's just a fucking, I don't know, Sheamus 2.0, Kane 2.0. He's just that one big guy who's only there for his size and is only there to squash and dominate. That's all he's there for. So, yeah, I'm going with Jeremiah because he looks unique.
As far as who I think may win the competition of Tough Enough, I have to agree with him and say Jeremiah at this point. But I don't think the winner of Tough Enough, whoever it may be, is not going to really go anywhere. I think the winner will probably end up going to FCW and and they'll say it's to hone their skills before being called up to the main roster. But still, they're going to send them down to FCW. They're not going to really do shit. And I just don't see the winner of Tough Enough really going anywhere. And everybody knows how I feel about Tough Enough since the day it started. These guys really don't know much about the business. They're green as hell. They really have no clue what they're doing.
I agree with you. I don't have much else to add besides that. I agree with what you guys said so far.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I've always had the feeling that Luke might win because of people have said it, his natural heel ability. Like, he just comes off very cocky and arrogant. And I don't know, that could be a useful tool in the WWE, but yeah. And like Cody said, I don't think they'll really go anywhere, except to FCW because, look at Next. They all don't go anywhere except a couple few that got lucky and called up, but yeah, I don't think they're really going to go anywhere, even if they win, because they already all have contracts already. So yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about Luke, though. You say he's arrogant and he has a natural heel ability, but if you look at the WWE roster, all heels are like that. They're all the same, which is why I think Luke wouldn't accomplish much. He'd just be another generic heel in the WWE.
Yeah, I see your point right there.
Alright, guys, so let's move on to a new promotion that's going to be upstarting. That's the UWF, the Urban Wrestling Federation. It's going to be based out of NYC, and they got an upcoming pay-per-view coming up on Friday, June 3rd at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Very, very, it's a pretty popular place. Anyone who's a wrestling fan should pretty much know about the Hammerstein Ballroom. And right now, I'm going to read you guys the card here just real quick. You got the SATs, it says the Maximos in parentheses there, and versus Brian XL and Lance Lude. You got Scorpio Sky versus Willie Mack versus Sabian versus Famous B. You also have, it's going to be a UWF World Champion tournament, and you're going to have Homicide versus Eddie Kingston, Facade versus Bestia 666, Rich Ortiz used to be Ricky Ortiz versus Rashe Brown, Slick Wagner Brown versus Ricky Reyes. And the 4 winners of that match will be going on to compete for the world champion. And there's also more matches that are going to be announced, and you're looking at guys like Murder One, he's going to be there. Sanjay Dutt, he's going to be there. Looking at other guys that people might know, look at referees, Jimmy Dillon, D. Edwards, those guys are pretty decently known on the indie scene. You got Damian Slugger, BC Killer, Ghetto Mafia, which is dope, and Kanan Creed, okay. But basically you're looking at a new federation, a new wrestling promotion that's upstarting. They got themselves on a good roll. They've been promoting themselves very well. We just had an interview with the owner and Murder One recently. What do you guys think about UWF? What do you think about their future? And do you think this is a promotion that can, really get off the ground in the indies?
Okay.
It definitely, it stands out more than WWE and TNA, what they produce, and hell, even the indies themselves, because not only are they introducing wrestling, they're introducing hardcore wrestling and hip-hop music to the scene. And there's never been a connection between music and wrestling, but now it's going to be done by UWF. So that's an interesting concept. People should give it a chance. I mean, they have familiar names there: Homicide, Murder One, Sanjay Dutt, and Ricky Ortiz, all guys, who are big in the indie scene. So I really see something happening for them here. And I like how they're focusing on wrestling for their first pay-per-view ever. Right off the bat, they're going to have a tournament for the world title. So that's pretty good.
All right. Urban Wrestling Federation, yeah, we did have an interview with the owner of the UWF, Steve Carroll, and Murder One yesterday. And Steve Carroll basically explained everything that the UWF is about. It's the combination of 2 elements, wrestling and hip-hop music. And that's what you're going to see. I mean, they already got some rappers that they're already associated with, such as Gorilla Zoe, Gunplay, Red Cafe, Uncle Murder. So you're going to see those personalities in the UWF, and the rappers, the hip hop artists, will be the shot callers of the UWF. What I mean by that is that they will have a crew of wrestlers that fight for them, and wherever the money goes down, that's where they're going to be at. So let's say, for example, Gunplay has a crew, and he has Murder One in there. If he wants Murder One to go after the UWF World Title, you best believe Murder One's going to go do that. It's definitely going to be a very out-of-the-box promotion. They're going to be doing stuff never seen before. It's going to get hardcore. It's going to be reminiscent of ECW in a way. It is going to be off-the-wall wrestling that like you've never seen it before. And like Murder One said, the goal of this promotion is to take the wrestling world and the entertainment world by storm, and it's coming to pay-per-view on June the 26th.
And they have that good interaction with the fans, too.
Yep.
Well, I didn't even know about, I knew about UWF, but I didn't know anything about it until AJ just read what he read, and Cody and Lucas just said what they said. So, but from what I've just heard, it sounds really cool. And I wish them all the luck in the world and hope that they get off the ground and get running really soon.
Right. I don't know if it'll really be like my thing to watch, because I was never a fan of ECW and I don't really like hip hop, but I could definitely see it being something that a lot of people could really be into, and it could be just a fun thing for some people to watch, but I don't think it's my place personally.
All right, so let's move on to the latest news that has come out, which I think it came out today, which is that Karma no longer going to be wrestling, not at least for 9 months. There are some people on the inside side that are saying, well, the speculation has started, but we don't know the reason. Well, why else would a woman leave anything for 9 months? Come on now. Common sense, people. So the question is, what do you think about how they exited Awesome Kong with the whole, getting on her knees and crying and all that. And then two, what do you think about her return when she does return? How do you think that's going to play out? Like, how do you see them continuing the momentum that she has now pretty much has stopped?
Okay,
The way
Karma, the whole angle on Raw this past Monday, I definitely did not like what they did to write her off. Having her get down on her knees, bawling after being surrounded by all the divas, I just didn't think it was an effective way to write her off of TV. I don't blame WWE for writing her off of TV in this kind of situation with her being supposedly pregnant and all, but come on now. I mean, it,
the, the
it doesn't make her a serious threat anymore, in my opinion.
Yeah, like, why would you have her attack all these divas, then just have her get down on her knees and start crying like a bitch? That's so stupid. Oh, it just makes me mad.
the way they wrote her off TV was retarded because now they have to explain themselves for this. Why did she get on her knees? Without her being there, how are they going to be able to continue the storyline now? I think they could have sent her off differently. Have her, I don't know, cut a promo saying she was going to leave or attack all of the divas in the ring and then just randomly disappear, something like that. But the way they were going about it, having her get down on her knees, it would make you think that, it's probably going to be a storyline that's going to last long. They got us interested. They had us curious as to why she did that. But now they completely ruined that by writing her off the way they did because, honestly, this could have been a good storyline here. But now, they're going to piss off the fans by sending her off like that.
They already have pissed us off.
I mean, yes, they made her look weak, but at the same time, you got to keep in mind, it could have been interesting what they were going to do.
I don't know. I don't think it was that bad. Like, they're kind of in a bind of what to do. If she is pregnant, nobody could touch her. So they were kind of stuck in a corner, like cornered in into what they could do with her. And it doesn't make you weak to cry. It kind of shows character. I don't mind it. And I don't know. I think it will end up being explained, and everyone's just getting a little bit ahead of themselves. It'll be something you have to see what happens when you tune in again.
But here's the question. Was she pregnant during the time she was in the WWE and doing those attacks, or was this just recent, like 2 or 3 days ago that they found out? That's the question right there.
If she was pregnant, WWE could have a huge lawsuit against themselves.
Right.
That's bad.
Yeah. Very good
And
point on
another
that.
thing,
But who knows if she even is pregnant? Who
And
said
you
she's
talk
even
about how
pregnant
they
for sure?
you said how would they have her return? Well, I think they would just have her return the exact same way she entered. Do an attack. Finish off where she left off,
But after the crying bit,
And people are saying that
people
the
believe
Divas
that.
division, people are saying that the Divas division is now fucked. Well, honestly, even when Karma was there was still no improvement. I mean, we were still getting under average Diva matches, and basically it was just nothing. Even if I know Karma was there, but was she in a match? No. All she did was attack the Divas. So whether you like it or not, the Divas division was still shit, and there was nothing she could do to save the Divas division. I mean, it's only one wrestler doing all the work. It can't just be one person doing all the work and give them all the credit. There's no way she could have saved the Diva division. You'd have to bring in Natty. You'd have to bring in Gail Kim. You'd have to bring in Beth Phoenix and Melina in order for the Divas division to be saved, not just Karma.
What do you mean bring them in? They're already there.
No, I mean, like, show them on TV, basically.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they're all on Superstars jobbing when they could be on fucking Raw and SmackDown putting on good matches every week.
But here's my question to you, D. I mean,
Right.
you brought it up. how she's going to return. You said, she's probably going to go back to doing what she did. Well, here's my question. How believable, how buyable is it going to be with the way she exited? Do you think people are really going to buy that she's coming back as still that big, menacing, even though we just saw her